Hello, friends. 'Twas a week before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even Hedwig, who is sitting on the heater, being a heater hog, sucking up all that warm air. Anyway, yeah, everybody's at work, and it's just me. I thought I'd better do this while it's quiet. Anyway, my name is Wendy. I am a scrapbooker, a junk journaler, a paper crafter. I love all things Tim Holtz. I love all things Disney. And I'm very, 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 very happy to have you with me. Okay, so we are going to finish this page. It's been a couple of days. The weekend was just crazy, and I decided, I'm just going to set everything aside and not worry about it. I also have spent a lot of time thinking about this page, and you're gonna laugh at me, but it's true. I tried to find this paper because I have a scrap somewhere that I could then play with, but I can't find it. So what I want to do, I want to create this around the edge. I've looked at it and I've turned it away and I've brought it back and I've asked everybody in the house, what do you think? And anyway, I like this. And what I use to make this is, let me pull this out. I still keep them in the wrappers. There is a hole so you could put them on like something, but I like to keep them in this. And then I have them in the drawer in, just little dividers. So this is actually, it's THS, so that's Tim Holtz Stencil 095. So it's an older one. And it's supposed to be like candy cane stripes, but it makes a great, plaid. So I already went around with antique linen. Now I gotta find it though. It's somewhere hidden. Somewhere. Silly me, I actually put it away. It happens once in a while. Anyway, what I want to do, well, first of all, I want to be able to see this line here. So I'm just going to take what black soot I have on my brush. This is one of those that I have. You use it so much, it's saturated. Eventually, these wear down and you have to throw them away and get another one. And I have a whole drawer full of them. Because you buy them in packs of, I don't know, 1 million. And not 1 million. I'm joking, but you know what I'm saying. So, I'm going to use antique linen. So, I was going to mention, so paper is kind of important in when you are inking. Because some paper really takes ink well. Watercolor paper being one of them that takes ink really well. Another one that takes ink well is like a mixed media paper. I have found, like I have that American craft paper. It's white. And that one takes it really, really well. But I have another American craft paper that doesn't take it well. And it's like ivory color. And this paper is sort of a little bit on the slick side. It's kind of like, what would I call it? It's kind of like copy paper in a way, and that has just had ink on top of it. I'm hoping I can get this to, it's not even showing up. Well, let me go a little darker. I might have to go a different color. Let me go a little darker here. See if I show up. Because if you remember, I inked around the side. Just inked with antique linen. So let's see if this is going to work. But anyway, this paper takes it okay. It's really not. Oh, okay, that's better. That's better. I'm not unhappy. I do want to get a little more on the edge here. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to line things up to continue on with the antique linen. So here's a wide and then narrow, narrow. Okay. So I'll go like that. Because I want it, you know, along the bottom. I put this paper here just to protect. I didn't do a very good fold when I made this. So there's a little more on one side than the other. But I've already started you know, putting down pictures and everything. So, but anyway, so the kind of paper you use really does matter. And of course, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I wasn't even thinking. Tim Holtz papers are designed to, some of them are. I got that heavy stock one, and it did not ink well. So it was designed to be like for construction. He has these villages that you can make, Christmas villages. So you need to have paper that will be strong enough and sturdy enough. Let me go over here now to, I have to line this up again. There we go. I want to line it up. I want to bring it all the way over here. But so that you can make these little buildings and they aren't flimsy and falling apart. And that's what I bought it for, because I was thinking, why did I buy this? Oh yeah, I wanted to make those buildings. And I made a couple of years ago, and then I kind of got into making the little mini books that I made this year. That video, making the mini books, has had more views than probably all the rest of my videos all together. It's like, oh, I wish I had another idea like that. I was talking with one of my sons, and he was like, well, what are you doing? I mean, what kind of crafting are you doing? And I was telling him, and he said, well, do that, you know. It's okay. One of my primary reasons for starting a channel is to encourage myself to get to my craft desk. It doesn't happen absolutely every day, but it happens more days than not now, because I can procrastinate or, you know, find something else. I guess that's still all part of procrastination, right? So this is what I'm working on right now. This particular junk journal. So we are not going to have a white Christmas. It's a warmer year this year. It's a warmer year, I guess, all across the U.S. And I checked the forecast for the next week, because Christmas is a week from today. And no snow. So there's a little bit of snow in the mountains. I live in the Rocky Mountains, you know? But yeah, there's no snow in the mountains. And there's a little bit of snow in the mountains. Not no snow. There's frost down here, but it's supposed to get up to 39. I don't know what that is centigrade, but 32 is freezing. So a little bit above freezing. And enough that what frost we have on the ground right now will melt. Now, it's what do I want to do for the other color? Do I want to bring in... Okay, so I'm going to do a second color and do a crisscross. Do I want to bring in green? I'm thinking I do. I was thinking of using Crackling Campfire. But I also was thinking, so I made these guys. So together it is, okay. I made these guys last time. And I've got lots of red leaves. And then I have these cute acorns. I was gonna then put another leaf like over here. So Trying to decide if I want to bring out the red of the vest or the green of the shirt. I'm afraid if I do too much red, it'll just be too red. But I'm afraid if I do too dark a green, maybe I won't put a lot of ink on my pad. In fact, maybe I won't put any ink, any extra ink, and just do, because my dark green is one of my saturated pads. So this pad is still in good shape. It's probably fallen on the floor a few times, but it's in good shape. So I'm going to try it, and I'll try it up here where it'll end up getting kind of covered. Let's see, I want this all the way up there. So let me move this around. Yeah, so Christmas is just a week away. Probably shouldn't talk about Christmas at all, right? Because then anybody who's watching this after will be like, oh, that's over. Shut up. I've enjoyed the holidays this year, though. One interesting thing about when it is, I didn't tape that down right. One of the interesting things about not having snow is that it seems darker because there's no way for the light to reflect off of the snow. So when it's dark, it's just dark. So I have to go this way. Hopefully it'll look good. Let's see. Okay, let's see how that looks. Hopefully, oh my gosh. Oh, it looks good. I'm okay with that. I've been worried because I didn't want to, mess it up. And because the alternative, so if I messed it up, you know what I have to do? I have to just put another piece of paper over this because I've already got a design on here. So I did not add any ink to this ink pad, this pad, because I knew that I had a saturated pad, and I didn't want this to be any darker. If I'd really wanted it to be darker, I would have needed to add more ink to it. So hopefully you're going to have a white Christmas or not. I don't know. So everybody, it's romantic, right, to have white Christmas. It's not Christmas without snow. But I grew up in California. I never had Christmas with snow. Just lived in North Carolina for 5.5 years, and we didn't have snow for Christmas. A lot of people I know that live in Alaska like to go to Hawaii to get away from the snow at Christmas. So do you have to have snow? Does it have to be a white Christmas? Can it be a tropical Christmas? Here it's kind of, because, we should have snow. I don't know. My husband's a trucker, and it's probably, he's been praying that there'd be less snow this year than last year, so life is life. Anyway. Okay, I'm almost done. I was thinking, I should speed this up, but I'm almost done, so I should come up with something to say. So now I guess it's thinking about New Year's, right? Well, Christmas is still on the horizon. I really hope I like this. I hope this turned out good. Let's see if I need to add. Well, I kind of like that. Okay, so now let's try it with with this. So another thing that I've been thinking about with, well, it was when I was doing one of these pads. I don't see it right now, but it was one of these, and I was like, well, what if I mess it up by doing whatever, right? And I have all of the supplies to make another one. Now, if it was something I bought and it was the only one, and if I messed it up, then I couldn't make another one, then that would be a sad day. But because we are making our own ephemera, we're making our own pattern paper, we're making our own ephemera. If we make a mistake, we have all of the supplies to make another one. So, you know, like, if I didn't like this, I could cover it with another piece of paper and I could make it again with different colors, you know, because the stencil, I've had this for several years now, you know, I mean, and it's not falling apart. It's holding up really well. It's also made by Stampers Anonymous, which means they never retire their products. So that's a real plus. Anyway, and that's like with the dies. I mean, these suckers, they last. They last and last and last. I've even had some minor accidents with, not these, but with others. And they still cut. You know, I mean, stuff happens and they're sturdy and they're able to stand up to me making mistakes. So, and then I have more to make something else on another day. Whereas if they were stickers or something I purchased, and when all of the A's are gone or all of the E's are gone, and I still have other letters, but I need more E's, then I'd have to go out and buy more E's, whereas all I have to do is just, oh, I'll make another E. So I had a couple ideas. Where's this guy? I like this. I like it and I don't like it. I mean, I like it on here and I don't. I don't know whether it's the angle that I don't like about it. I don't know whether, if I put it here, see, it's going to go like that. It's meant to have multiple ones so that they are different on the swags, right? I could pull it down like this. But I was thinking about then using this and then putting some of the little leaves here. I go with it. Look at the picture. I don't want this to get too busy. But I do like that. The thing that I have to think about is, I don't know that I like this color. Of course, I can always ink it and make it darker. See, that's one of the beauty. I have my own inks. So if I don't like the color of this branch, and it really should be brown anyway, right? I can just get my trusty ground espresso and color it brown. So if I want the picture to go like in the center here, I think I am just going to be brave and glue this down. So, and I think I'm just going to, again, be brave and just set it kind of in the center like that. And then figure out a way to work around that. So I'm going to do a bit of gluing. So you know what that means. Happy music. Okay, so before we move on, I just want to share a few things that I personally have learned. I did not start out scrapbooking this way or crafting this way, paper crafting this way. But for example, this one was too long. So I cut it. So if it's too long, and I learned these from watching Tim Holtz makers. Many of them have YouTube channels. And if they don't have a YouTube channel, they have a vlog or a blog, blog, where you could go and they'll do step-by-step designs. Tim Holtz, when he comes out with a new product, he has a group of makers that will then make stuff, and they're all very unique and interesting. And from watching that, you pull in other things. So this was Mini Greens. Mini Greens is a much older die, but it's still out there. This was from Funky Foliage, as were these other leaves. And I didn't like the stems that come with them, so I just didn't do it. And as are the acorns, they're Funky Foliage. If you can't find a piece of paper that you like, make your own. You use your inks, use your dyes, use your inks. Use what you have and make your own, and make it your own. This came from Deck the Halls, and so did the bows. This is Deck the Halls. I didn't use all of that. I mean, I could have, and I could have followed it exactly, but I can use also elements from it to create something else. That little bit of red was just enough. This would have been, I think, too much for what I was doing. I'm not kidding. I did not start out paper crafting like this. I was like, if this is what Deck the Halls was supposed to look like, this is how I would do it. But after watching the many different amazing makers that Tim Holtz has, I have learned to, use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And when and then also building up your library of stuff. I mean, it takes a while. I didn't buy everything all at once. I bought a little here and a little there, and even still, like, I will go, y'all know I love Amazon, so I'll go on Amazon and I'll see, is anything like on a really good sale? And I'll check what the prices are, and several different websites. And I have something coming. I'm hoping on Friday. I've already, this Christmas season, I have had something lost, but like these stamps I just got. I checked how much they were on like scrapbook.com, and then I found them on Amazon for about $10 less. And I was like, oh! I have now learned that if I find something like that, I buy it now. You've got to buy it now. I really wanted these little guys down here. I do plan on using the toadstools too, but these I can use all the time. I love them. And this is a very popular splatter that, just amazing. Anyway, that's how I start to collect more things. And somebody else may cringe that I do that, but that's what I do. I'm retired. If I can get it on a deal, I do. So I'm going to put a backing on this. I really think I'm just going to write with my ugly handwriting. Chippendale. Because it's Chippendale. And then we are going to move on to the next page. So let me glue that down and we'll move on. Okay, before we move on, I want to share one more thing. So I'm just looking at this and I'm loving it. I really am. I'm loving it. Again, I have the things to make it. And I love it. I can choose what colors I want to go with my photos. When you have stamps and dies and, you know, die cuts and inks, you can absolutely tailor make your page to match your photo or whatever it is that you are putting there. And so just a note. But I was just looking at this even without it, and I was thinking, I made that. I mean, I don't mean this as I'm patting myself on the back. Ooh, look at me, I made that. But, you know, I love all things Tim Holtz. I really do. But he's not the only designer out there. There's Pete Hughes. There's Simon Hurley. There's Wendy Vecchi. There's so many others. I just happen to really, really like Tim Holtz. I like the grunge. I like the a little more masculine since I only have boys. You know, but, and Hedwig, who's a girl. And a cat. but, you know, these people help us to be able to create something that's really beautiful that I couldn't just with a pencil and some watercolors do that. But with this help, it blows my mind. Okay, it just blows my mind. So thank you, Tim Holtz. And thank you, Mario Rossi. Thank you for making my life better. Anyway, and all of the Tim Holtz makers. I love you all. You know, anyway. Oh, see, this happened. This isn't going to, I have to get out snips and snip. I gotta snip that one too, because they went over the line, crossed the line there. Shouldn't have crossed that line. Yeah. Okay, this page is finished, and tomorrow we'll move on to the next one. I was kind of thinking this would go a lot quicker than it did, but you know, sometimes when you are creating, it just takes time. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when the next page pops up. And subscribe if you haven't already. I would sure appreciate it. I'm still a new channel, and I am enjoying doing this. I'm enjoying having you come along with me. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.